What up guys, Calvin here. Today we're gonna be looking at the most satisfying karma ever. Okay, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Let's get this video to maybe 20 likes. That would be amazing. And make sure to follow me on Instagram, CalvinLee1995. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, let's get right in with the show. I got rear-ended in the turn lane by a girl texting. She was doing 45 miles per hour and I was stopped. No major injuries. I went to her court date hoping she got a big fine or something. She got a $50 ticket. I was a little upset. As I was sitting at the stoplight to pull out of the court, I watched her run a red light and T-bone a cop. I don't normally laugh at other people's misfortune. However, I laughed my behind off at that one. What the heck, that must be karma doing its work, okay? Got out of the court and then decided to hit a cop. You are so brave, girl, so brave. I was kicking a customer out for being racist and cursing at one of my employees. He yelled offensive stuff all and then he tried to slam the door on his way out, but it had one of those things on it that make the door close slowly. He pressed it hard, it then budged and he slid and fell on the floor. We had a good laugh. I bet hopefully you guys recorded the whole incident, You might post it on Facebook and it might just go viral. The other day I was taking my dog for a walk around the neighborhood. She squatted down to take a crap and I reached for my doggy bag only to realize I was fresh out. So I peeked around making sure nobody was looking and then I just left it. 10 minutes later I'm walking across the road and I cut through a damn grass median in the center. And what do you know? I stepped in dog crap. I wasn't even mad. I knew I deserved it. Yes you do. You just left your dog poop on the street. Yeah. I was at a party one time and this one girl couldn't stop talking crap about this other girl that was coming to the party. The other girl saw her and this dude picked her up and hugged her and spun her around and waved with her foot, kicked the girl that was talking crap right in the head while she was sitting on the couch. Her beard spilled all over her and she caught a black eye. Oh my, that's why you never gossip about other girls, okay? Just keep it to yourself and I think you'll be fine. Don't ever gossip, okay? Just a lot of drama. Sitting on the highway late at night because of a bad car accident. The highway was packed and barely moving. One guy thinks he is smarter than everyone else and tried to drive on the shoulder. He makes a good little way before running into a ramp, also packed with cars. He had nowhere to go and no one let him in. He was stuck between cars in the rightmost lane and cars from the on-ramp. Everyone stopped bumpers to bumper and flowed around him. I went from watching him pass me and almost getting out of my view to passing him and losing sight of him in my rear view. Oh, that must suck. Imagine just sitting in the car stuck for at least 3 or 4 hours without even trying to move. He must be frustrated, I was in a daycare as a child. I had very long hair into a ponytail. There was a girl that would pull my ponytail all the time. We were doing a musical chair thing at the end of the day while parents were picking us up. The girl was behind me and kept yanking my ponytail. I kept telling her to stop. The teacher didn't see anything so I can't do anything about it. There were a bunch of parents waiting for us to finish our game, my mom included, and she kept doing it and the teacher didn't see it, so I turned around and punched her as hard as I can. Wow. Let's go, you go girl, that's what you should do, okay? You just defend yourself. She stumbled into the cubbies where we kept our coat. The teacher tried to chastise me and my mom was like, nope, I didn't see anything. Didn't even get in trouble. Good for you, okay? Obviously she was getting on her nerves, okay? She just keep pulling her ponytail, okay? I would have punched back too, just to defend myself. You can't just let the bully keep bullying you, I am from San Diego and during the summer, you have to be a claimed bonfire pit on the beach ready in the morning if you wanted it for that night. So my friends and I got to the beach at 8 a.m. and stayed there so we can get a bonfire going into the night. Just before sundown, this one couple asked if they could share the bonfire with us, and since our group wasn't too big, we decided to share it with them. However, that couple proceeded to bring a group of 15 others and they literally surrounded the pit and pushed us out. We were pissed, but we were so tired from being at the beach all day, so we decided to head out. Little did we know that night had an extreme high tide warning, and we moved out all of our stuff over the wall that divided the beach walk with it. A huge wave came in and washed out the whole group surrounded by our bonfire. The wave flipped over their table of food, took a handful of sandals back into the ocean, and destroyed all their stuff. The best part was that this one girl was trying to jump the wall to save herself, but she didn't jump high enough and ended up falling right back into the water. Karma is a B. I mean, you just took somebody's bonfire, okay, and you brought 15 people with it. That is just ridiculous. They thought you were gonna be like 2 or 3, but no. 15 group of people, that's way too many people. I was running laps on a grass field in the military when I was about to let a guy who always lapped the crap out of me. So as I passed him, I yelled, "Gotcha, B," and immediately stepped in a hole in the ground and twisted my ankle. Despite the pain of jacking my ankle up, I thought the comic payout was hilariously timed. My old manager was a monster. Belittle people, made a hostile environment, deny anything that will make coworker happy while giving himself every comfort. Even denied me a half a day to go to my mother's funeral, adding, "Would it be a big deal if you couldn't go?" He finally stepped on his D after he wrote out a fictitious counseling statement about someone, and the entire office revolted. The manager wasn't fired like we wanted, but he was relieved. So in comes the new manager, very well regarded, 20-year Air Force veteran, retired at E9, humble guy who knew how to handle people. We have our first awkward team meeting, old manager brutally in attendance. As the new manager is giving his nice to meet you speech, he sees the Tucci bag glaring around the table trying to intimidate people. He stopped talking, paused for a few seconds, and then says, "You know, when I was in the Air Force, I learned that if you take care of your people, they will take care of you." Then stares directly at the old manager and says, "If you don't take care of your people, they will take care of you." Wow, that must be awkward when the new manager just stared at you and said those words. I mean, the old manager denied his mother's funeral. What kind of human being is that? You only get one mom in your life and then you're gonna deny the funeral? Oh my goodness, that is just cold-hearted. I did go to the funeral. I was asking for time off, so I won't have to stay out for multiple days to make it work. As it were, I drove 400 miles, went to the funeral, drove 400 miles back, and had to work an hour later. This guy was such a piece of crap that when I told him I received an email with the details from my father, he demanded to see it. He thought I was lying about my mother's death to get off work, and was cross enough to think he could demand to see every personal correspondence. His excuse for denying leaves was that work comes first. When I pointed out that we had 2 more people working that shift than the main roster called for, he was unmoved. Did I mention that he literally couldn't stop telling child molestation jokes to a girl he knew was molested as a child? I never met a more subhuman piece of crap. When I was a kid, we visited Montreal. I had gotten a hockey pad as a souvenir. While we were in our hotel, my sister decided to mess with me by hiding it. I got mad and yelled in my high-pitched voice, "Give me back my hockey pack," before smacking her in the head with a pillow. Guess where she had hitting it? In the pillow? Oh, it must hurt so bad smacking it with a hockey pack. Driving to Chicago and a crazy guy is road raging, swirling erratically while yelling about shooting us. He zooms off. 5 or so miles later, we see his van upside down in the ditch. He is standing on the shoulder talking to a cop. That is good for him. He sounds like he is a racist person, like he was yelling stuff at that person. Man, that is just not right. You're supposed to be a good citizen. Just mind your own business. Don't roll your window down and then just yell at people. You know, that's just wrong. When I was driving my Jeep very carefully in a snowstorm and someone in a Mustang passed me in an unsafe manner, he almost lost control of his car, which would have caused an accident that included me. Picture someone dangerously fishtailing right in front of you with an 18-wheeler coming at you in the other lane. Saw him in the ditch about 5 minutes later. Idiot. I mean, if it's snowing and then if the road is very icy, just stay home. Don't try to go outside. It's dangerous. It is not worth it risking your life, okay? This happened to me in London with a sudden snow flurry. I was driving down a hill and my car was sliding toward parked cars, so I was taking it slow. The guy behind me was driving a Land Rover and tooting me to hurry up. Ended up overtaking me at speed. Get home a few minutes later and the guy is sitting on my garden wall with a gun on his head. His car had crashed into the central boiler. Asked him if he wanted to come in to wait for the emergency service, but he was too embarrassed. Couldn't help myself and told him he was driving too fast. He said he thought Land Rovers were made to drive in those conditions. Land Rover, those are expensive vehicles, okay? You probably just lost about $40,000. On my drive back from school, I witnessed a car run a red light in front of a cop. The car was subsequently pulled over. I pointed laughing and then immediately smashed into the car in front of me. Oh, facepalm. How could this happen? I guess you should not laugh at other people, okay man, that's just embarrassing. I work in the ER and once a girl got brought in by ambulance after being assaulted. She was walking down the street when a guy tackled her to the ground and tried to drag her down an alley. A good Samaritan managed to chase him off and called the cops. Like 20 minutes later, they brought in a guy in full cardiac arrest. Turned out the police found the attacker and chased him several blocks when he collapsed and his heart gave out. He was dead on arrival and the victim ID'd him right in the ER. That's what you get, okay? Why would you tackle an innocent girl? That is just so wrong. Will you try to kidnap her and then ask for a ransom or something? Okay girls, if it's dark outside, don't ever go outside, okay? It's just too dangerous. Happened to me at work. Meth head was trying to pay with like 1,000 coin for a $5 scratch off. She tried to say she was only 10 cents short, ended up being over $1 short. Then complained and said any decent person would have spotted her the money. Pretty much told her she could go down the street and try there if she liked. She pulled out a 20 and bought a 2. She walked out the store. She said karma is a B. When she gets to her car, a cop pulled out behind blocking her in. They proceed to search the car, then arrested her and her boyfriend. It was hilarious. F her. Edit. Since people are curious about why they searched the car, there was more to the story, but I was typing it on my phone at work. There were 4 meth heads in total. She was just the only one that was giving me a problem. The cops saw her in the parking lot either already looking for these people or just by coincidence. They knew the car. It was beat up and pretty recognizable if you happen to see it. 2 of the guys saw the cops when they were outside smoking the cigarette. While I was dealing with her, they came inside and went out the other door. She went back out to the car a few minutes later with the driver. Her boyfriend, I am assuming, was already in the car. They searched it because they talked to them, ran their IDs, and they both had warrants. They were already in handicap in the police car when they searched the meth head's car. Wow. That is crazy. A classmate in school broke one of his legs and was using crutches. He was about to go down the stairs and another kid kicked one of his crutches down the stairs. I walked down there and got his crutch for him, and while walking back up, the other kid kicked the crutch, came tumbling down, and I moved out of the way. The kid broke his arm. Good for that kid, okay? The kid who broke his arm, I don't even feel sorry for him, okay? That is just wrong. Why would you kick someone's crutch, okay? Last Saturday, I was on a crowded New York City subway at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. and the subway is crowded? What the heck? That is crazy. 2 drunk dudes, young 20s, lighting a joint and walking around flaunting it. One literally came out to me, "You think a pothead ain't gonna smoke a joint?" Whatever that means. The whole train kept ignoring them and they keep parading around being a bunch of morons. They spotted 2 taller, athletic looking dudes and started making fun of them for looking like cops. It was the line, "Which of you is the surgeon?" that finally put the athletic guy over the edge. They looked at each other, smiled, reached into their pocket and pulled out their badges. "Okay boys, empty your pockets." The subway blew out in laughter. They would have gotten away with everything if they just didn't go bother the 2 plainclothes police officers. Score 1 for the good guys. And then I went home and smoked a joint in my living room. What? That is some crazy story. So these two are like undercover cops on the subway, and the two idiots, they just wanna make fun of the cops. Even man, I love this. This is amazing story right there. Karma just works in amazing ways. Alright guys, this is about the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on that bell notification, and make sure to follow me on Instagram, CalvinLee1995. Link will be in the description below. And yeah, my name is Calvin, and I'll see you guys next video.